In the dance of life, there's a rhythm we all seek, a harmony between the quick-paced beats of our daily endeavors and the gentle hum of tranquility. In this ever-evolving world, where each day presents a new challenge, a new puzzle, the art of staying calm emerges not just as a skill, but as a necessity. It's like navigating a ship through a storm. The waves may toss and turn, but the captain's steady hand and unwavering focus guide the vessel safely to harbor. Consider the world around us, a world bustling with activity, where change is the only constant. In such a world, calmness is akin to a rare jewel, precious and all too often, hard to find, yet its value is immeasurable. To be calm is not to be passive or indifferent. It is to embrace a strength that lies within a quiet power that doesn't roar loudly but asserts itself, gently influencing not only our actions but also the very fabric of our being. Now, one might wonder, in a society that values action, dynamism, and often relentless pursuit, why place such importance on calmness? The answer lies in understanding the nature of our journey through life. Our days are filled with tasks, goals, aspirations, and amidst this ceaseless striving, our inner peace can easily be lost. Yet it is in these moments of serenity that we find clarity, a clarity that guides our decisions, enriches our relationships, and enhances our overall well-being. Imagine a scenario where everything around you is in a state of upheaval. Emotions run high, tensions mount, and the air is thick with uncertainty. In such moments, the ability to remain calm is not just useful. It becomes your greatest ally. It's a quality that allows you to assess situations with a clear mind, respond with thoughtfulness, and navigate the complex tapestry of human interactions with grace and dignity. Calmness also manifests in the way we handle our personal challenges. Life, in its infinite wisdom, doesn't always give us smooth sailing. There are times when we find ourselves in the midst of a tempest where our dreams and hopes seem to be battered by the relentless winds of circumstance. It's in these moments, in the eye of the storm, that calmness becomes our refuge, a sanctuary where we can retreat, gather our thoughts, and emerge stronger, ready to face what lies ahead with renewed vigor and resolve. Remember that it is not about suppressing our emotions or denying the challenges we face. Rather, it's about cultivating an inner resilience, a balance that allows us to meet life's complexities with composure and confidence. It's about finding that quiet space within us, that center of stillness that remains undisturbed, even when the world around us is in chaos. As we venture further into the depths of understanding, let us consider the essence of calm and its profound impact on our lives. Calmness, often perceived as a passive state, is, in fact, a dynamic and powerful. It's the silent river that carves canyons in its unwavering journey, shaping landscapes with a persistence and grace that loudly declares its presence despite its quiet flow. To truly grasp the power of calm, we must first understand what it means to be calm. It's not the absence of turmoil, nor is it an evasion of activity. Calm is the poised and centered state of mind that faces the storm, yet doesn't get swept away by it. It's the ability to see through the fog of chaos and keep your vision clear, your thoughts focused, and your actions deliberate. Calmness is the inner strength that says, despite the whirlwind around me, I stand firm, unwavering, and resolute. The benefits of cultivating this calmness are both physiological and psychological. In a world where stress is often a common denominator, disrupting our health and peace, calmness emerges as a healing balm. It lowers our heart rate, eases our breath, and brings a sense of peace to our body. This tranquility isn't just a fleeting moment of relief. It's a profound state that enhances our overall well-being, reducing anxiety, and increasing our capacity to cope with the challenges that life throws our way. But how does one cultivate such a state? It begins with the mind. The human mind, like a garden, requires care, attention, and above all, the right environment to flourish. When you sow seeds of positivity, nurture thoughts of strength and resilience, and weed out the tendrils of worry and fear, you create a mental landscape where calmness naturally grows. It's in this garden of the mind that the flowers of peace, clarity, and wisdom bloom. Let's consider real-life examples where calmness has not only been beneficial, but has been the cornerstone of success. Picture a surgeon poised over a patient where precision is not just a requirement, but a necessity for life. In this high-stakes environment, it's the surgeon's calmness that guides their hand, ensuring that each incision is made with accuracy and care. Or think of a leader navigating a company through the troubled waters of economic uncertainty. It's their calm demeanor that inspires confidence, fosters a sense of stability, and steers the team towards success. Calmness, however, is not a trait reserved for the few. It's a skill that can be developed and honed by anyone willing to embark on this journey of personal growth. It's about embracing moments of quiet reflection, practicing mindfulness, and learning to respond to life situations rather than react. It's about understanding that while we cannot control the external events of our lives, we can control our internal reactions to them. In practicing calmness, we also learn to value the power of pause. A pause allows us to step back, assess situations objectively, and choose our actions wisely. It's in these pauses that we find our true power, the power to choose, to change, and to create the outcomes we desire. Calmness also teaches us about balance. Like a tightrope walker, skillfully navigating the thin line between 2 points. We learn to find our equilibrium. It's not about avoiding life's difficulties. It's about facing them with a centeredness that prevents us from falling into despair. It's about walking that line with confidence, knowing that each step is taken with purpose and poise. As we continue to explore the nuances of staying calm and handling every situation, it's essential to remember that calmness is not a destination. It's a journey. It's a continuous process of learning, adapting, and growing. It's about building an inner sanctuary of peace that we can always retreat to. No matter the chaos that surrounds, turn our attention to a crucial aspect that significantly shapes our experiences and outcomes: the distinction between reaction and response. In life's intricate tapestry, every thread of action we weave has its place, influencing the pattern that eventually emerges. This is where understanding the ripple effect of our actions, whether they are reactions or responses, becomes pivotal. Consider for a moment the nature of reaction. A reaction is often immediate, driven by the emotions of the moment without the filter of thought. It's like a spark that ignites quickly and fiercely, but often burns out just as fast, leaving behind a trail of regret, confusion, and sometimes chaos. Reactions are reflexive without the pause that gives us room for contemplation. Picture a lake serene and still. Throw a stone into it impulsively, and it disrupts the calm surface with ripples that extend far beyond the point of impact. Such are the consequences of our reactions, far-reaching and often unintended. But let us contrast this with the idea of a response. A response, unlike a reaction, is measured. It comes from a place of calm deliberation, where the heat of emotion has been cooled by the waters of rational thought. Responding is like carefully placing a boat in that same lake and gently rowing it across the surface. There is movement, there is progress, but it is controlled, purposeful, and leaves the surrounding calm undisturbed. The power of a measured response cannot be overstated. In the heat of conflict, a calm response can diffuse tension, In the face of criticism, a thoughtful response can turn hostility into constructive dialogue. When we respond, we take ownership of our actions, understanding that while we may not control every situation we encounter, we certainly control how we choose to address them. Let's delve into the dynamics of how our reactions can escalate situations. Imagine a disagreement that begins with a harsh word, a word uttered in a moment of uncontrolled emotion. This word is like a spark that ignites a flame of anger in another, leading to a back and forth of heated reactions. Before long, what started as a small disagreement escalates into a conflagration, consuming all sense of reason and understand. Now imagine if that first harsh word was met not with a reaction, but with a calm response. The flame is not fed. It finds no fuel to grow. The situation remains contained, manageable, and far less likely to spiral out of control. But how does one cultivate the ability to respond rather than react? It begins with self-awareness, a keen understanding of our own emotions and triggers. It's about recognizing that moment of choice that exists between stimulus and action. In that fleeting interval lies our power to choose, to decide how we will let this moment define us. Will it be through an uncontrolled reaction or a composed response? Developing this ability is akin to building a muscle. It requires practice, patience, and persistence. It's about consciously choosing to pause when our instinct is to immediately react. It's about asking ourselves, in that moment of choice, what outcome we desire and whether our immediate reaction will lead us there. Crafting a response rather than a reaction involves empathy. It's about trying to see the situation through the eyes of others, understanding their perspectives, their feelings, and their motivations. This doesn't mean we agree with them, but rather that we acknowledge their humanity, just as we acknowledge our own. As we advance in this exploration, let's remember that the journey to mastering the art of response over reaction is ongoing. It's a path that we walk every day in every interaction. There will be moments when we stumble, when our reactions get the better of us. But let that not deter us. Instead, let each moment be a lesson, a stepping stone towards greater self-mastery. Explore practical strategies to cultivate calmness. This tranquility, much like a garden, requires nurturing and care. The seeds of peace must be sown with intention, and the soil of our minds tended to with diligence. In this part of our journey, we delve into these practices, understanding that the cultivation of calmness is not just an act, but a habit, a continuous endeavor that shapes our very existence. The first step in cultivating calmness is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being present, fully engaged with the here and now. It's not about rehashing the past or fretting over the future, but about living in this very moment, embracing its fullness. Imagine you're walking through a garden, observing every flower, feeling the texture of each leaf, and inhaling the fragrance of the blooms. That's mindfulness, a total immersion in the present experience. This practice can be applied to every aspect of our lives, from eating and walking to listening and speaking. When we are mindful, we give full attention to our current actions, thoughts, and feelings, allowing us to respond to life with clarity and purpose. Another potent strategy is meditation. Often misunderstood as a complex spiritual ritual, meditation, it is the act of quieting the mind, finding that inner stillness that lies beneath the surface noise. Meditation can be as straightforward as focusing on one's breath, observing thoughts as they come and go without judgment, or repeating a calming word or phrase. The beauty of meditation lies in its adaptability. It can be practiced anywhere, anytime, by anyone. The key is consistency. Like a river that gently shapes the rock through persistent flow, Regular meditation gradually shapes the mind, leading to greater calm and resilience. Let's not overlook the power of daily habits and routines. The structure of our daily lives can significantly impact our inner state. A chaotic, haphazard routine often leads to a restless mind, while a structured, purposeful routine can provide a sense of peace and control. This doesn't mean every minute must be scheduled, but rather that we have a harmonious blend of activities that nourish us, be it physical exercise, engaging in hobbies, or spending time in nature. These activities act like anchors, keeping us grounded amidst the day's turbulence. Communication also plays a crucial role in cultivating calmness. The way we interact with others can either raise or lower our stress level. Practicing assertive communication, expressing our needs and feelings honestly and respectfully helps prevent misunderstandings and conflicts that can disrupt our peace. Listening actively to others, giving them our full attention, and responding with empathy can also enhance our relationships, creating a more harmonious environment around us. Developing a positive mindset is equally crucial. Our thoughts have a profound impact on our emotions and behaviors. By consciously focusing on the positive aspects of our life and practicing gratitude, we can shift our mental state from one of lack and frustration to one of abundance and contentment. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges we face, but rather viewing them through a lens of learning and opportunity. In addition to these practices, it's important to recognize the power of environment in influencing our state of calm. Surrounding ourselves with people who uplift us, seeking out peaceful and pleasant environments, and creating a personal space that reflects tranquility can significantly enhance our ability to remain calm. As we integrate these strategies into our lives, we begin to notice a shift. Calmness starts to weave itself into the fabric of our daily existence, not as a distant goal, but as a living, breathing part of who we are. This calmness then becomes our default state, from which we operate with clarity, purpose, and joy. As our exploration deepens, we find ourselves at the heart of one of life's most valuable lessons: handling challenges with grace and poise. Life, in its unpredictable nature, throws a myriad of challenges our way. These challenges, much like the unpredictable weather, test our resolve, our flexibility, and our ability to navigate through the stormy waters with our calmness intact. Now, let us consider the nature of these challenges. They come in various forms: as obstacles in our career paths, as turbulence in our personal relationships, or as unexpected setbacks in our health and well-being. But irrespective of their form, the key lies in how we handle them. The art of handling challenges is akin to a skilled sailor maneuvering a boat in a raging storm. He does not curse the storm. Instead, he respects its power and uses his skill to sail through it. One of the first techniques in maintaining composure in the face of adversity is perspective. Perspective is the lens through which we view life's events. It can turn a mountain into a molehill or a molehill into a mountain. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, in the grand scheme of life, how significant is this? Often we magnify problems in our mind, giving them more power than they deserve. By adopting a broader perspective, challenges become less intimidating and solutions more apparent. Let's not forget the power of resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Resilience is not an inborn trait, but a skill developed through experience. Every time we overcome a difficulty, we emerge stronger, more capable of facing the next one. Like a tree that bends in the wind but doesn't break, our resilience allows us to face challenges head-on, learn from them, and move forward with increased strength. Another key aspect in handling challenges is our attitude towards failure. Failure, often seen as a negative outcome, is, in fact, a stepping stone to success. It's a teacher like no other, providing valuable lessons that cannot be learned from victory. When we change our attitude towards failure, seeing it as a part of the learning process, it loses its power to dishearten us. Instead, it becomes a motivator, pushing us to try again with more insight and determination. Handling challenges with grace also means maintaining our integrity and values, regardless of the circumstances. It's easy to remain true to our principles when things are going well, but the real test comes when we're under pressure. It's in these moments that our true character shines through. By staying true to our values, we navigate through challenges not only with grace, but with honor. Communication plays a crucial role in handling challenges. Often the way we communicate in difficult situations can either escalate or alleviate the problem. By practicing calm, assertive, and empathetic communication, we can express our views and concerns without creating additional conflict. This approach fosters understanding and collaboration, turning potential confrontations into opportunities for problem solving. In the face of challenges, self-care becomes even more crucial. It's easy to neglect our well-being when we're focused on solving problems. However, taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental health gives us the strength to handle these challenges more effectively. This means getting enough rest, engaging in physical activities, eating healthily, and taking time for activities that rejuvenate our spirit. As we integrate these approaches into our lives, we will find that handling challenges becomes less about enduring hardships and more about growing through them. We learn that every challenge carries with it a lesson, an opportunity for personal growth and self-improvement. We've traversed the landscape of calmness, understanding its nuances and seeing how it can profoundly shape our experiences and define our responses to the myriad situations life presents. Now, as we draw this exploration to its natural close, it's time to reflect on embracing calmness, not just as a concept, but as a way of life, a continuous thread that weaves through the very fabric of our existence. Embracing calmness as a way of life is like choosing to navigate your ship with a steady hand and an even keel. Even when the ocean roars and the winds howl, it's a decision to remain anchored in tranquility. This doesn't mean ignoring the storm's power or pretending the waves aren't high and treacherous. It means acknowledging them, but choosing to sail through with poise and determination. A life of calm is not a path of least resistance. In fact, it often requires more strength than letting ourselves be carried away by the currents of chaos and confusion. It means consciously pausing to breathe when every fiber of your being urges you to react impulsively. It's about gently reminding ourselves that while we may not control the external forces in our lives, we certainly have a say in how we let them affect us internally. Think of this path as a garden, your personal oasis of tranquility. Cultivating this garden doesn't happen overnight. It requires daily nurturing, tending, and sometimes even pruning. Each morning, as you wake up to a new day, remember that you have the seeds of calm within you. Plant them with your thoughts, water them with your actions, and give them light with your intentions. Over time, you will see the garden of your inner peace flourish and bloom, offering you refuge and strength, regardless of what's happening outside its wall. In embracing calmness, remember that it's not about silencing the cacophony of life. Life will always be a symphony of joy, sorrow, challenges, and triumphs. Instead, it's about finding your rhythm in this symphony, playing your notes with clarity and harmony so that even in the most tumultuous of movements, your part is played with grace. As you move forward, take this calmness with you. Let it be your companion in times of stress and your guide in moments of confusion. When faced with decisions, big or small, let this calmness be the lens through which you view your options and choose your path. And in moments of success and joy, let calmness amplify these experiences, allowing you to savor them fully with a heart full of gratitude and a mind free from clutter. Embracing calmness as a way of life is one of the most empowering choices you can make. It's a commitment to yourself to live with intention, to react with thoughtfulness, and to lead a life that's not only reactive to external circumstances, but proactive in creating internal peace. As you step back into the rhythm of your daily life, carry this calmness with you. Let it be the undercurrent that runs through all your actions and interactions. In doing so, you'll find that life becomes not just something you endure, but something you cherish, with each moment offering a chance to live, to learn, and to grow on this beautiful journey.